Welcome to my review of the most recent episode of the DuckTales reboot series. The episode title is The Spear of Selene. So overall, I thought it was a pretty good episode. I got some laughs and all that. It's been a while since I've watched the other episodes. I probably should have caught up on the older episodes before watching this one. But overall, I found it to be a pretty enjoyable episode. I particularly like the unfolding mystery regarding the Duck, so Huey, Dewey, and Louie's mother, and what happened to her. I like how, the mystery is revealed, but not at all. Like all the worrying that we see in which duck is it? So why can't the triplets? And they've made it easier to tell them Dewey. They made it easier to tell them apart, yet I'm still having trouble telling them apart. But I do like that overall in the reboot series, how they are making the triplets much more unique to each other. And I do like how I particularly am enjoying the mystery that they're showing that mainly Dewey and Webby are following through, searching with, discovering clues about in regards to what happened to Duck. And I would actually like to know what's happening. It's kind of a bit annoying that they're not revealing it, but I understand. But that's the goal of a mystery. Like, we give you a tiny clue here, and a tiny clue here. That's what a mystery is, and it's a very good mystery, because it'll keep me coming back to the series for each episode to try and figure out, okay, what's going on? What's the solution to this mystery? Will we even get a solution? Which I particularly like that, and I hope they continue doing it, and I hope we will figure it out eventually, which I'm pretty sure we will at some point. But the episode was overall pretty good. The Greek pantheon, like how they introduced them, and how Zeus was essentially, he cannot stand losing. I thought that was an interesting bit going on and all of that. So the episode was the moments with Scrooge, Donald, Huey and Louie, and then of course Zeus and Stokes. Those one was pure comedic stuff, a B plot. Then that has some good laughs, but does not contribute too much. While this main plot I preferred a lot more. It was better mystery, so I don't think I would have cared for it if it was all by itself. Having that B plot that does not affect the story is kind of good. It kind of gives more weight to the A plot, which is, I think, kind of what the B plot's intended for. It's supposed to be where the humor comes in, the comic relief. That's the B plot. It's kind of nice that in the A plot we didn't really get that, though we still had some humorous moments, especially how they kept on going to the wrong chamber. Like, okay, that's humorous, but understandable to a certain degree. And I thought that was kind of good, and how some of the humor was derived from in the A plot was not so much come from more of a slapstick / traditional comedic routine that we would get with Donald, but came more from overturning our expectations, which is in a way starting to become a bigger trope in that I've noticed, especially in Disney anime series. DuckTales is doing it. Phineas and Ferb, that show was doing it for a while before. They intended the humor to some of the more traditional humorous elements, but also for them going against the traditional humor and their own set tropes on purpose. And Matt Murphy's Law is not doing that as much. I'm not sure how the humor is working on that one too much, if it's going against expectations, but it's in there, certainly. You expect one thing and then another thing happens. But this going against expectations, I really am enjoying this type of humor, because once they're going against expectations, how it is, okay, we expect this big ugly monster to be a true monster across the board. And then we find out that, nah, he's not really a monster. He just looks like a monster. Like, that's funny. Eventually, it's that kind of trope. If they do it too often, it will get boring. But at the same time, once we get this new expectation set, they can just turn them on our heads again. Still in a comedic way, which I think is kind of enjoyable. And this episode, they do that nicely. Like, oh, we made a mistake. We went to the wrong chamber. Oh, this monster, he's not really, he's pretty friendly when he's not attacking you, kind of thing. Like, it's pretty good humor in most regards. It's enjoyable. It's not stale, so it's good humor. Probably won't be as humorous on subsequent reviewings, though. I do have to admit, but that's of humor as a whole. Like, lot of shows, like you see this. If you watch the same show 100 times, by probably the 12th time, you probably won't be laughing as much as you used to. You may still be laughing, but it's going to decrease. Like, like that kind of laugh when you get closer to like 100 times for seeing the same joke. Like, people who know, it's like it's the anti-joke thing. In a way, like, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? And then, of course, without joke, any kind of setup, even if you change it, stale and not funny. And you kind of go, like, you're more laughing at the fact that it was done rather than at the joke itself. Turning expectations on tropes is a good way to get humor. The main thing, as long as you don't do it against, it can become problematic, I think, when you do it against comedic tropes, against non-comedic tropes. That's a bit more iffy and a bit more situational, I think, kind of the atmosphere of the show. I would say that works in DuckTales, but, that kind of humor, but, some shows it won't work in. A pure drama, I don't think it would work in, but shows like DuckTales, it works in. So, that's overall my thoughts of this episode and things that it brought up in my mind regarding this episode. So it's more of a thoughts on type of episode rather than a review, though I am still classifying this video as a review. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And also subscribe to my channel for future content, Star Wars, Star Trek, some other content, and I'm planning on continuing to review the DuckTales series as it goes on. And I'm planning on getting some more Disney related stuff on my channel as well. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. Have a good one.